You know, I bet once they met Elizabeth at the audition, she was a shoo-in for the part. Let's get the show rolling. Welcome, everybody, to another episode
Like
of
it.
FYC Film Review. I am your host, Ganya. With me, my partner in crime, Naldo. How are you, buddy?
How's it going, everyone? What's going on, man?
We are back. Another
Yeah.
long hiatus, having kids in summertime.
Ah, summer,
Not a lot
family
of free time.
stuff.
Yeah,
I
trips.
know, but we are back. We are back. That was a good cold open, though. Really good
Oh,
cold
thank you.
open. It
Thank
was
you. I
really
worked on it
good.
while we were away.
Okay, we went back to the 80s. 1987. We pulled this one. It's a cult classic, I think, is Adventures in Babysitting. Kind of,
Yeah.
right? Do you think it's a cult
Yeah.
classic?
I,
Yeah.
I think it is. I think for our generation, maybe it's forgotten. They've tried to bring it back, I think, as a TV show, and
Oh, they did?
I haven't watched
Oh,
it, but because of that and the Disney connection now, and Elizabeth Shue, who obviously we love.
that's like every 80s boy's childhood crush. I'm gonna
Yes,
bet on that.
yeah, absolutely. Like who didn't dream of having her as a babysitter when, we were young?
Oh my goodness. Okay, this movie is an hour and 42 minutes, directed by Chris Columbus, who directed what? Home Alone and a lot of the Harry Potter movies,
Harry
right?
Potter films. Yeah, this is his first
Yeah.
movie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, and it was a good
first
one.
directing.
Hey,
Yeah.
it's a good one. It's a trip down memory lane. I happened to really enjoy this movie back in the days when I was a kid, and I probably should have been watching it, right? But I think it still holds up a little bit. Elizabeth Shue stars in it, and she's a babysitter, and she's babysitting these kids, and all hell's breaks loose. So
Yes, you got Keith Coogan too, who was like kind of king of the 80s and 90s, who was
he
also in another
was.
famous babysitting movie, Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead.
That's right. That's right.
You got Anthony Rapp sitting behind you, who was, in Rent and had a very successful career as well.
I think this movie still holds up. I really do. I think Elizabeth Shue is fantastic in it. The moment she starts singing and dancing in her room, I'm hooked. I'm in it. I'm so hooked. That scene where she's singing and dancing is so classic. I love it.
Sure, she's charming. I think it's almost like this movie was made for her, and then everything else around it kind of felt like, she's the focal point, she's the babysitter, she's the protagonist, but
Yeah.
they didn't love all the hijinks of where they go and what they do.
No, I get it, but it's so far-fetched, right? Like they go into the suburbs because they're looking for, or not, they go into the city because Brenda, her best friend, is at the bus stop. Which, by the way, Brenda's scenes at the bus stop were probably the funniest scenes to me in this movie. They were, oh my gosh.
I love Elizabeth Shue until she makes one wrong move, and that's like going to pick your
What?
friend up with all the
Oh,
kids, to the city. Like, come on, look,
yeah.
who's going into New York with a bunch of freaking kids? I'm sorry,
I know.
Chicago, Chicago. Let me
Chicago,
get that right. Yeah,
Chicago.
let me get that right.
Yeah,
All
Chicago.
all of these films, I feel like from this era with Columbus and was,
Yeah,
kind of in that Illinois suburb, right? You got Ferris Bueller, Home Alone, like
yeah.
those all take place, like I feel like in that same universe almost. It's like
That's
the
true. Good call. Good call. Favorite scene in this movie? Thor?
gotta go with Vincent D'Onofrio as Thor.
Really?
The fact that back then they had, the little girl obsessed with a comic book character, at that time, which most of us probably didn't even know about.
Right.
Now, obviously, everybody knows Thor and the Avengers, but like then it was so obscure that like to have, especially to have a little girl be interested in this, blonde Norse god with a hammer. I love that she was obsessed with him. I love that Vincent D'Onofrio. I forgot
Okay.
about this actually, like this aspect of it. So when
Okay.
it happened, I was like, oh my God, like this,
Okay.
it just made it that much greater.
I think my favorite scene in this was the nobody leaves here without singing the blues. I think that scene is just hilarious. It's so stupid. The fact that they all start singing and everybody starts cheering. I love it. It's stupid and I love it.
Yeah, a little too long. I get it. I love it, but like, oh my God, the fact that they do the entire song and like everybody's into it and everybody
Yeah.
they lost me a little bit there. They lost me a little bit there. Retribution with, bringing
She can
Thor
do it
in.
all, man. She can sing and she can dance. All right. We got a
She
snippet in the very
can.
beginning.
She
She
can.
can.
The kids.
Yeah. Uh, Come on. Come on. You know what I felt though? I did, Brad, played by Keith Coogan. I felt every bit of his heartache when I was a kid. because he liked Elizabeth Shue,
Mm.
but he knew
Yeah.
he was too young. He could never really be with her, and he was so nice to her. And I remember as a kid, I just remember I felt that heartache.
Mm.
I was like, I felt that when he was looking at her, knowing that, hey, I'll just be nice to you, and I know you'll never want me, and it's okay if you don't say hi to me in the hallways or whatever. I was like, oh, Brad, I feel it.
I like to envision a world where she goes for him, like maybe a sequel. Not in this one. I
Ooh,
get, but I'd like
yeah,
to envision a world where the good guy wins because yes, we all went through that, that woman that's
yeah.
just the girl that's a little bit older than us, that's out of our league, but it could happen maybe.
Okay, okay.
Okay, he's your favorite character maybe? You
Yeah, I would
connect with
say,
him the most?
yeah, yeah.
His friend
I
is
like that.
like the polar opposite and such a terrible person, like
Yeah.
blackmailing her so that he can go on the trip. The rape joke at one point, like
Yeah,
I was like,
yeah,
oh my God, which I
yeah,
think they probably cut out of the Disney version. Like it's
yeah.
modified now.
Yeah, they cut
Um,
that out. They cut the Thor is a homo joke, and they cut out, don't fuck with the babysitter as well. So they
which is a
did it
great
out.
line. That her delivery of it, that scene, that
Yeah,
like that's a laugh out loud chuckle like moment still where like I again forgot that. It's one of those things they're never gonna stick in the preview. You can't say that,
I know.
to all audiences, but man, it hits when she does it, and I love it.
PG-13, one F-bomb is okay, I guess. Whatever. You want to rate?
Let's rate it.
Let's rate it. Okay, 1 to 5. What are we going with? What do we decide?
Well, we're gonna sing the blues on this one, just like the
Okay.
kids.
Okay,
So
one blues, bad.
blues.
5 blues,
Yeah.
really, really well. You go first, my
All
friend.
right. Despite my gripes about some of the hijinks that they get into, and Brenda being the primary plot point for why they end up going into the city, I
Yeah.
still had a good time with it. Elizabeth Shue, like you said, so charming. The supporting cast is actually pretty strong for children actors,
Yeah.
and yeah, I give it a 3.
Nice, very nice. I'm in the same boat. Three blues for me. I think this movie is just a fun '80s movie. Does it still hold up a little bit? I think so, and I think people who grew up with it can still experience that nostalgia that they had watching it. So 3 blues for Elizabeth Shue. You go, girl. So good. I love it.
Love it. We're in sync once again. And yeah, that's all we've got for this week's episode of FYC Film Review. Check out Adventures in Babysitting. I'd highly recommend finding the unedited version. Do not watch
Yeah.
the version on Disney Plus right now. And let us know what you think. We'll check you next time, guys. Thanks for checking us out.
Have a good one, everybody.